G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Flashlight Crazy. Today I'm reviewing the Nextorch TA20, the mini tactical light. Let's check it out. Alright, in the box you will get a pack of goodies. So, you'll get your user manual. You'll get your Nextorch lanyard. Check it out, not too bad at all. You'll get your USB-C to USB-A charging cable, and that is not going to charge anywhere in the light, so the light is secure with no charging ports. But what it will do is charge your 800 milliamp 16340 lithium-ion 3.6 volt battery. So let's go ahead and install the battery, and smooth as smooth can be threads there. God, that was a pleasure. Now, pop that in, positive side down. God, that's so smooth. Feels great. All right, so let's take a look at this. Now, before I talk about the accessory that you can get, this will not come with the light, okay? So I will talk about this, but it won't come with the light. So let's just go over the externals of this first. So, as you can see, very compact. This is probably the most compact tactical flashlight that I've been able to see. And it's nice, you know, it's made nice. It's a Nextorch. So Nextorch have brilliant quality lights. Now, what I love is their bezel with their glass breaking beads. I think that is a trademark Nextorch thing, you know. Every time you pick up a Nextorch light, 9 out of 10 of them are going to have these glass breaking beads. And I think that's awesome on the bezel because you never know when you're going to need it. And it doesn't hurt to have it on. So it's just a benefit to have it, in my opinion. Now, inside the face there, you will see an Osram P9 LED and you will see an orange peel reflector. So that's going to give a very mixed beam look. So let's just get it out of lock for a second and just, yeah, so the hotspot's quite big. It's going to be a very mixed beam look. Look at that. That's beautiful. Coming down the body, I mean, very short body. There's not much of it. You've got your very tense pocket clip. Love the tense pocket clip there. You've got your tail cap. Tail cap closes in over the pocket clip, so you can remove the pocket clip if you want, but you'll have to undo the tail cap and pull it off. I like the pocket clip. I like pocket clips on my lights, so I would never remove it. And then you've got your two-stage tail switch. So two-stage, meaning that when this thing is in tactical mode, you half press for your turbo and then full press for strobe, but they're both momentary. So that's what I mean by the two-stage tactical tail switch. And it is very responsive. It works very, very well. So really like it. All right, now the measurements of the Nextorch TA20, from head to tail, this little thing comes in at 9.7 centimeters. And the face width comes in at 2.8 centimeters. The body width, that tiny little body there, comes in at 2.2 centimeters, and the tail cap kicks out ever so slightly at 2.5 centimeters. So that's very nice to see. So Nextorch does offer this tactical ring accessory. Now, the way you you install it is take off the tail cap, and you see here it's got these little indents. It's got one on either side, so you can choose what side you want the ring on, and then you just put it in and put it over the pocket clip. So you don't have to remove the pocket clip, which I love. Then close the tail cap on top of it, if you can get it right, like I'm struggling to. There we go. Close the tail cap over it. Now you've got yourself a bit of a tactical ring to hold it. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. It's I don't know if I would actually use it just because of its size. For me, I got quite big hands, and it kind of just makes me consume the light in my hands. But it's nice. It's a nice additive. It's nice to have. And in fact, I would probably use this the other way. I would use it that way. Yeah, so I would use it this way, having the pocket clip facing outwards. It's just a lot more comfortable for me to do it this way if I've got the tactical ring on. But I mean, still works. I just think that my hand goes too far over the bezel there when I've got the tactical ring on, and I can't hold it like this or like this. So I just think for its size, because this is already a very small light, I just think that having this tactical ring on it for me and someone with my hand size is not very practical. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it. But I will just say that other people with smaller hands might think it's awesome. They might think that it is perfect for their hands. For me, it just doesn't seem to work. So I'll just put it to one side. All right, so going over the UI, as you would have seen me already, this has 3 options. So all the way to the right, you have lockout mode. That means push the tail cap as much as you want. You're not going to get anything. It's locked out. Now, if you turn this to duty mode, being there, duty mode has a high, medium, and low and strobe, and it is always going to come on in high. So it is a very tactical light. It's always going to come on in high. Now, high is 1,000 lumens, and with the provided 16340, you will get an hour and 15 minutes of runtime. Nextorch says this will reach 210 meters because it is pushed out by 11,000 candela. Now, all you need to do to get to medium is half press. Now, I didn't edit that out because I wasn't expecting that, so I wanted you to see that was actually quite difficult to cycle down. Every time I did it, as you saw, it turned the light off. So that's a bit of a negative, in my opinion. Unless I got a bit of a shonky one, that's a bit of a negative because, okay, there we go. Okay. So it did make it a little, it's not easy to cycle. Okay. So anyway, cycling down to medium, there we go. Okay, so I'm now hitting it on the very side of the light to cycle. That's helping me cycle better. If I hit it in the middle, oh yeah, it's cycling now. I don't know. This is a bit of a weird tail cap to cycle with, I must say. Anyway, we'll move on. So that's medium. Medium is 190 lumens. You'll get that for 2.5 hours. It'll reach 85 meters, and it is pushed out by 1,800 candela. Now, if I turn it off in medium, turn it back on, it comes on in high. So just wanted to show it'll always come on in high, okay? So now, down to medium, down to medium. Man, are you guys seeing this? This is annoying. And low, okay. So there's low. Low is 24 lumens. You'll get that for 24 hours. It'll reach 30 meters, and it is pushed out by 228 candela. And if I cycle one more time, you've got strobe, which is 1,000 lumens of strobe. Now, turn that off. Turn it to the left again. You've got your tactical mode or tac mode. Tac mode is half press for momentary turbo, full press for momentary strobe. That's it. Half press, full press. So just on the UI, I feel like they missed an option here. And the option is you've already got momentary turbo and momentary strobe on your tactical mode, right? So in duty mode, I feel like having it start in turbo is just double dipping. I feel like they didn't need to do that. I think they could have just had it start in low mode or memory mode at least. So that way, if you want it to start in turbo, you can because you just memorize it. Otherwise, you memorize a low mode. For me, I would like to be able to access an instant low mode, not have to cycle down. I mean, look at that. I'm struggling to even cycle to low because it's not registering it very, very well. That's really annoying. So high, medium, low. That's not registering it well. It's like the connections, I don't know what's going on. But so I feel like that's a missed opportunity. I think they've got their tac mode. They could have left the tac mode as is, but then in duty mode, they could have given us memory mode or it start in low. So that's my 2 cents for the negatives. But apart from that, it's a really, really well-made light. And, 1,000 lumens in something this small, that's pretty impressive. So you can't argue with that it's, very impressive for its size and for its output. But I'm not crazy about the UI. Now, this is 2 meters impact resistance and 2 meters water submersibility. So that's definitely a big tick. Now, I forgot to weigh this thing. Let's weigh it because this is going to be a really nice weight. Now, battery pocket clip included. This comes in at 110 grams. So the Nextorch TA20 Comes in at 110 grams. Now you can use one CR123 in this as well as your 16340. Now let's just turn it on high. Have a look at the beam there. So you've got a decent area of spill, and the hotspot starts to widen out already at this short distance. So you are going to get a really nice mixed beam here. And if I just put it right in front of the camera there, you can see, now the spill looks a little bit weird over here. I don't know what's causing that. Oh, there we go. That's fixed there. Oh, it would have been one of the bezel bits where the glass breaking bead is. Okay, so that's better. Now, nice and straight there, depending on what angle. And if we just hold it to the wall, you do have a nice mixed beam light. So for its size, it is a nice mixed beam light. It is, the run times are going to be questionable because of the size of the battery. But I mean, the run times I read out on medium and low were very, very generous. So I was happy with that. And there it is in a bird's eye view or a satellite view. So that is, the cutoffs there are from the glass breaking beads on the bezel that are on raised edges. So that's why they cut off some of the spill. And just on turbo, the head is warm, but it's not crazy hot. So that's nice as well to know, because there's nowhere for your hand to really go. So if you are using this on turbo in a sustained, for a sustained amount of time, you don't want to be getting burnt, and that they are doing very well with their heat dissipation. Don't know where the heat's going, but it's not consuming the light head, definitely. All right, well, let's take it outside, see what it can do, and then come back for some final thoughts of the Nextorch TA20. All right, Nextorch TA20, that's on high, and that is impressive for this little thing. Beautiful mixed beam. That tree in the center over there is about 20 meters away. And this thing is making short work of that distance. That is very impressive. God, look how smoky it is. I don't know if there's a fire nearby or something, but it's very smoky out here. Anyway, that is very impressive, guys. Nice mixed beam, some good spill, tiny little light. Now if I that's medium. Okay, so it drops off dramatically in medium. Good for close distances, but drops off dramatically. And then low is, yeah, just very, very close applications. And then strobe, and then back to high. Now I'm gonna head over to the front yard and just do a comparison between what this looks like out in the open and then how bright it is in the front yard. So stick around, because I'll be in the front yard momentarily. All right, welcome back and welcome to the yard. Now, this is the Nextorch TA20. We were just over at the park, but I just wanted to see how it does in close proximity as well. And that's a good amount of light. That 1000 lumens, beautiful mixed beam. It's a good amount of light. All right, let's cycle down. Medium, still very useful, although probably more useful up close to things. Then cycle down again. Can still see it, but obviously not as well. Strobe, back to high. Yeah, so high is perfect for this type of distance, 5-7 meters away, and just lights up everything with its gorgeous mixed beam profile. Really nice light, yeah. All right. See ya. So again, I'm not disappointed in its performance at all. I mean, it's a Nextorch, so it's definitely a quality light, and I'm not disappointed. It performs well at night, so it's got a great mixed beam. It's got a great spread, very, very decent outputs, good run times, particularly on low and medium. But that that tail switch, man. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I got a shonky one, so I don't want to say that all of them are like this. But how many times have you seen it already on this video? It struggles sometimes. Okay, so I've seemed to get it now. So I'm just trying to push it on the very edge, not to disturb anything. So, okay. All right, so maybe I've got it. Maybe you got to push just on the edge, because when you try and push, yeah, see, you try and push in the middle to cycle, sometimes, I don't know. It's like you got to get the pressure right, and it's just weird. So, and you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be like, oh, let me cycle down, and then, oh, God, try again, get on low. Okay, there we go. So it's just, you don't want to be doing that, especially when you're in a rush or you need to get some light, the right amount of light quickly. That's my only gripe with it, really. Everything else seems pretty good. I love the fact that they have included the tactical ring to be able to be used on it. However, I wouldn't use it on it just because the size of the light, I would like to hold it just a little bit up so the bezel protrudes just slightly. I don't want to be forced holding it like that when I have to slot my finger through the tactical ring. So I wouldn't use that, but great idea, great innovation, and I'm sure that there will be people out there that love this thing because their hand will just fit it perfectly, whereas mine doesn't. Now, you can buy this for $90 American or US dollars from Nextorch, the website. I will link it directly to this video. And apart from that, that's it for me today. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review on the Nextorch TA20. It is a nice light. It does have some issues with the tail clicky, unless that's just my version. But apart from that, great light, great idea, great size, great output. All right, until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.